Doc G. Yeah, back to our regularly scheduled program. Yeah, last video was a little intense because it was an intense situation, but we back to our regularly scheduled program. And with that being said, we're we're gonna talk about what is true, what is wife material, man. You know, first off, I like to say happy Friday to y'all. Just got me a brand new TV, so it's a good day for me. Motherfucking. Anyway, about to fucking, speak on this wife material shit, man. At this point in life, I think I'm more qualified than I've been before to speak about this subject because, you know, a lot of, because I've been around a good plethora of women in my lifetime. And, not all women are the same. I hate when people, generalize like that. But it's some good women out here, man. They just hard to come across. Just like just like good dudes are hard to come across, man. Because we live in a society now where people ain't shit, and they selfish, and they all about themselves, and they really ain't about nothing. So most people ain't shit. Most people, they follow social media. They don't have any true identity of who the fuck they are. Basically, most people are a carbon copy of what some social media influencer influenced them to be. With that being said, when it comes to women, a lot of women are the carbon copies of social media influencers like Kim Kardashian. They're carbon copies of women like the City Girls. They're carbon copies of women like Amber Rose and Black China, and these girls off of Love and Hip Hop and the Bad Girls Club and all that shit. So their ideal of how to be a woman comes from that shit. And needless to say, they don't promote family values. They don't promote chastity. They don't promote having good character. They don't promote any of that shit. So this is why you see so many women with high body counts walking around acting like thoughts. And needless to say, and this ain't shitting on all women, this is speaking the real on a certain demographic of women, which is the status quo. The status quo of women do not meet the qualifications to be a wife. And with that being said, it's crazy because they quick to say what a man should be. They're quick to say, well, men should be providers, men should be this, men should be that. I just find it ironic because they know everybody else's role except their own. And if they knew their own role, then guess what? They would be somebody's wife. And it's crazy because when wife material, when girls that are wife material are in the picture, guess what? These goddamn modern day girls will refer to wife material women as pick-me's. Oh, you're a pick-me. Oh, you're fucking bowing down to the patriarchy and all that bullshit. So it's crazy when when they fucking make fun of women who are wife material. And let me tell you about wife material. A woman who is wife material will get snatched up real quick. Women that are wife material usually get fucking snatched up real fucking fast. Because let me tell you something, wife material, keep in mind, like Kevin Samuels, he, may he rest in peace. He put it simply as, a woman whose wife material is fit, feminine, and friendly. Okay? Those are the basics. So let me go into detail about some of this shit. Yeah, we need, a woman who keeps herself in shape, a woman who cares about her figure. I'm not talking about obsessed with her figure like some of these girls in the gym who be looking at their ass taking selfies. I'm not talking about fit in that manner, but but takes care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? You have one body, so take care of that shit. A woman who's not letting herself get fat and slovenly and looking like shit. You know, feminine. You know, a woman who dresses beautifully, like who accentuates her body, accentuates her curves, but's not slutty with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between highlighting your attributes, like and dressing like a slut. Let me give you a prime example. Like, you got women who wear Daisy Dukes and motherfucking hoochie shorts with their butt cheeks hanging out. That's slutty. And then you got a woman who wears a sundress, and it kind of caresses her curves and she's still showing her curves, but it's not obvious that she's being thirsty with it. You know what I'm saying? You can dress sexy, you can dress feminine and still accentuate your shit, your curves in your body without motherfucking looking like a slut like a lot of these hoes down here in Miami. So fit, feminine, okay, friendly. A woman who actually has proper decorum, who actually acts like a lady, who actually acts like she was raised properly. A woman who doesn't have a high body count. A woman who actually gives a fuck about the men who enter inside her vagina, who doesn't have a high ass fucking list of dudes who she's fucking, who's always on the scene trying to get a dude with money. Honestly, wife material is hard to come by. Wife material has been hard to come by for a long time. And it's crazy because, what they'll do is they'll go out here and they'll fuck all the men in the world. They'll fucking fuck all the ballers, all the basketball players, all the rappers, all the motherfucking drug dealers, all the trap niggas. Like, they'll fuck all these dudes in their prime, a lot of these girls, and then they'll motherfucking go off and be like, later on, they'll be like, hey, well, I want a husband now. Because it's a lot of girls that's doing that now. The city girls, the two girls that are the city girls, women who are, two women specifically who are synonymous with being hoes, they were on the media, they was on social media recently talking about that they're looking for a husband. Both of them. Now, both of them got baby daddies. Both of them got kids by street niggas. Both of them been ran through by a plethora of guys. And now both city girls, ironically, both of them said that they're looking for a husband. Now, I find it funny that that's the case, because one of the city girls was fucking with Puffy. Puffy treated her like shit. Puffy had all kinds of fucking girls cheating on her. Puffy got another woman pregnant while he was with one of the city girls. Puffy, he got a Lifetime Achievement Award and didn't even acknowledge the fact that he was dating one of the city girls. And every chance he got, he shitted on her. But it was okay with her because Puffy got money. Let me tell you something. You can't substitute money for respect. You can't substitute money for somebody who's going to treat you right. And here's the fucking problem. That JT from the City Girls, this bitch, she finally found out the hard way that just because you're dating a baller doesn't mean that he's a good man. let me tell you something. Good men go out here every day and we work hard for what we have. Good men, we go out here and we fucking, we ain't out here in the clubs. We ain't out here, you know, in these streets wilding out every day. We actually try to build with the woman that we're with. Now, a woman who's wife material knows what a good man is. And she doesn't have to run through a whole bunch of dicks to find out. It's crazy because, a lot of modern day women, they talk about how cooking and cleaning is, that's slavery. They will literally say cooking and cleaning is slavery. When cooking and cleaning is basically a life skill. The only real reason men ask about, cooking and cleaning and shit with women is because, gee, maybe one day I might want to have a child with this woman. And if I have a child with a woman, I would want her to know the basic life skills like cooking and cleaning. You got some of these chicks out here who don't cook and they don't clean. And and they have OnlyFans pages and all that shit. I've said this many a times in plenty of videos. But if you don't know the basic life skills, you're not wife material. Now, it's fucking funny how a lot of this shit works out because, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I'm telling you, man, these motherfucking, speaking of wife material, look, a crackhead. I don't know if y'all see it, some crackhead bitch. She just knocked on my window asking me for money in the middle of a live video. Oh shit. Yo, if that ain't irony speaking, I don't know what is. A fucking crackhead bitch just knocked on my window in the middle of a fucking video asking me for money. That's a prime example of what wife material isn't. That's a prime example of what wife material is not. When you out here in the streets like that bitch was. Oh my God, man. Wife material is a goddamn woman who goddamn has self-control. Wife material is a woman who's not on fucking substances like this fucking bitch who just knocked on my fucking window. Wife material is a woman who doesn't give into her vices and has self-discipline. And it's crazy because when you think about wife material, you think about the type of women that your grandfather was with, like your grandmother. Your grandmother didn't have no problem cooking and cleaning. Your grandmother had no problem being feminine. Your grandmother had no problem, raising the kids properly. Your grandmother wasn't running these streets acting like a city girl and shit. Your grandmothers didn't have a problem submitting to a man. And here's the thing, a lot of these goddamn chicks out here have a problem submitting to a man. Here's my question about that. Why do you have a problem submitting to a man? Here's the thing, you choose the man who you submit to. Let me repeat that. You choose the man that you submit to. So if submitting to a man is a problem, maybe you should be a lesbian. That's all I got to say about that goddamn shit. If you have a problem submitting to a man, then maybe your ass should not fucking be in a relationship at all. And like I said, a lot of goddamn women out here, they don't want a relationship. They want financial help because they can't keep their shit together. So all I gotta say is, man, like, here's the thing. It's a difference between a hoe and a woman. When a real woman is in the fucking area, when a real woman is around, it will fucking force a man to step his game up. When a real woman is around, a goddamn man knows when to goddamn, when to go in and go extra. You know what I'm saying? When a real woman is around, that woman will never have to beg for protection. That woman will never have to beg for, a provider or anything like that. Guess what? When a real woman is around, a man will naturally step his game up to be with her. But here's the problem. A lot of these girls aren't real women. A lot of these girls ain't nothing but fuck toys because they promote themselves as such. So if you carry yourself as a real woman, if you carry yourself with grace, class, proper decorum, and all of that shit, you will attract what you put out there. It's called the law of attraction for a reason. You put the energy that you give out. You get what you put out into the universe. And if you out here projecting negative energy, guess what? You're gonna get negative fucking results. You're not gonna get a real man if you out here projecting whole energy. It is what it is. A real woman doesn't have to fucking be loud and boisterous. Wife material ain't got to be loud and boisterous and demand that a man treat her right, because guess what? With wife material, a man will naturally treat her right. So, ladies, step your motherfucking game up if you want a husband. Step your game up and be wife material if you want to be a wife. But if you want to keep on attracting nothing but sex, nothing but dicks up in you, keep acting the way you're acting. Keep hanging around your fucking single friends. Keep goddamn listening to social media. Keep listening to all these shows like the Bad Girls Club and all that goddamn shit. Let's see how far that gets you. You're gonna be old and alone in a house full of cats, motherfucking begging for good dudes. And guess what? You'll be goddamn crying about the good men who were squares back in the day who you turned down. Let me tell you something. Wife material don't see squares as such. A wife material women see goddamn nerds as the guys who are gonna win in life later on. Wife material realizes real men when they see one. They don't gotta fucking have all this bravado and swag and all that bullshit. That's all I gotta say, man. It's your boy Doc G. Sign out this bitch. Holla at your goddamn boy.